Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Eleni and we're back with another Learn Korean with BTS video. So the last one I did, it's been a while, but the last one I did was with Ego, and you can catch that up here. I'll leave a link. I think it's up here. Is it up here? We'll figure it out. I think it's up here. Anyways, and today is May 6th. And at 5 a.m. this morning, I was actually awake because I was finishing up a final, but at 5 a.m. this morning, we had IU drop her single titled 8, produced and featuring Suga. So I thought this would be a great time to go back to that series and pick up where we left off. So today we're going to go over some of the words in Suga's part, and we're going to break down some of the words. But before we get started, I want to talk about the song itself first, and then then go into the lyrics. Again, I'm only doing Suga's part because my channel is geared towards obviously more BTS related stuff, but if you want me to do other songs, other lyrics, or whatever, leave a comment and I will try my best to get some of that content out. So like I said before, I was up at 5 finishing a final, and it just so happened, so the song came out at 6 p.m. Korean Standard Time, which is 5 a.m. where I am, and it happened that I was up and awake, and so I listened to it the minute the single dropped, watched the music video right after I went to listen to it. So I mean like on first listen I was like, wow, this is so upbeat, and then I listened to it again and try to pay attention to the lyrics, and I was like, wow, this is so sad. Since then I've listened to it so many times, but I think it's just such a good song. It's so well written, it's so the vocals are great, the rap is great, like everything about it just works, and the upbeat melody is just like, I don't know, it works, right? Like it's, I mean, like a lot of people think like a sad song has to sound so sad, and this, like, if you read the lyrics, they're so sad, but the melody itself is just so like happy. So a lot of people would think like those two won't work together, but my god, it's so good. It's so good. I have like no other words. It's just really, really good. So anyways, now that I've talked at length about the song, let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to go through 4 words that show up in Suga's rap, and we're going to talk about them a little bit and how to pronounce them, and you know, their kind of significance within the actual lyric itself. So the first word is 섬. 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 So 섬 means island. So in the lyrics itself, we're talking about being isolated in an island. This is an island, so like life itself is like an island, is how I interpreted it. But yeah, they're very isolating lyrics. It's talking about life being very isolating, very like lonely, because a lot of people correlate islands with like being by yourself, right? So the first word is 섬. 섬. The second word is 영원. 영원. And in the lyrics, this part he says, this is Suga says, forever young in English, and then the next word right after that is 영원히. 영원이라는 말은 모래성. So we're going to talk about the last word in that lyric, but the full thing says the word eternal, the word eternity is like a sandcastle. And we're going to talk about that, the sandcastle part later, but 영원 means eternity. 영원. 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 영원 means eternity, forever. Again, one more time. The second word is 영원. 영원. It's not 영. It's not 영. It's not the yo. It's 여. 여. 영원. 영원. The third word is in the same sentence, the lyric, and it's 모래성. 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 모래성 is two words put together actually. So 모래 means sand and 성 means castle. So it's a sand castle. 모래성, 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 모래성. So if you take that sentence together, he starts off with, yeah, forever young. The word eternity is like a sandcastle. If you really think about it, a sandcastle disappears, right, within a day, because high tide, low tide, blah, blah, like, you've got the water, like a sandcastle, it's not something that lasts forever, right? It's very easy to break down, it's very easy to get rid of, and he's saying that the word eternity, the word saying like, oh, forever, like we're gonna be forever young, we're gonna be forever together, we're gonna be like happy together forever, blah, 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 is that word itself, forever, eternity, is almost like a sandcastle. It's gonna disappear at any time. You never know that eternity is, like, it's not gonna, there's no such thing as eternity in the sense, is what he's saying, which is hella sad. It's true, but it's hella sad. Like, I think the first time I read the lyrics through, it's at this part where I was like, wow, like the whole song itself is like, wow, like loss and eternal life versus, you know, like cutting life short and stuff like that. And I know there's like a lot of talk about Seolli and Jonghyun, like how that's what it's about, but it's this line that kind of like hit it home for me, you know. And I think it's a very pretty lyric. So the third word again is 모래성. The fourth and last word is 작별. 작별. 작별 means farewell, like break apart, you know. In the lyric, it's 작별은 마치 재난 문자 같이. So he's saying like a farewell is almost like receiving, so 재난 문자, which is I guess the fifth word now. 재난 문자 is like this message that, you know, like when you get the Amber Alerts on your phone and it's like, okay, it's like that, but in Korea they send them out for, well, you get them here for like heavy rain and stuff like that, right? Or tornadoes and stuff. And in Korea they send them out when there's like snow and it's slippery, or when there's ice on the road, or tornadoes, or not tornadoes, typhoons and stuff like that. So everybody knows this like 재난 문자, and right now in this time that we're living in Korea, they send a 재난 문자, one of those emergency messages, when there's a new coronavirus patient that's discovered. So for him to include that into the lyric, that's I don't know, it's like it's a very interesting thing to compare it to. Like farewell is like receiving one of those messages. It's like a big, like, holy crap, right? Because like those things are scary when you get them. Like your phone goes crazy and you're like okay, so there's two ways you can see this, right? 작별, like 작별, which is farewell. A farewell is like a emergency message that's like an emergency message is something that's like tragic, right? So a farewell is like tragic. But then when you take the consideration of the coronavirus going on and everybody getting these messages all the time in Korea, it could also mean that farewell is something that happens often, right? So there's two ways to look at it, and I think anybody who knows BTS lyrics, anybody who's read the lyrics through, anybody who's like done an analysis of the lyrics knows that BTS lyrics have many like interpretations, and like you can't just read something at face level with a BTS lyric. And this line is the same. And I think when you take into consideration what's going on and right now and the world at this moment, but then also take the idea of the whole song about losing people and having lost people along the way, and wanting to go back to the time where you didn't lose people, going back to your youth and all that stuff, I think there's definitely so many meanings that you can take out of this line. So based on the lyrics and the Korean and all that, that's what I was able to get out of it. I'm sure there's other people who have different ideas on what the lyrics mean and what what's the meaning behind the whole song and stuff, but yeah, overall it's a great song and great lyrics. I highly suggest that you go through them, try to read them. Obviously this is after you've learned the alphabet, and if you haven't learned the alphabet, go click up here and go learn the alphabet. But after you learn the alphabet, one of the best ways to learn is to just sit there and read. So I highly suggest grabbing the lyrics to your favorite song, finding some English translations so that you can connect the Korean word with the English word or the English translation, and sitting there and just reading the lyrics. Sit down, take out a notepad if you want to, you write some words down that you think you need to remember or you want to remember, and just read. It helps so much. So yeah, so I'm gonna end the video here, but I'm gonna go through the 4 words one more time really quickly. The first word was 섬. 섬. 섬 means island. The second word was 영원. 영원. 영원 means eternity. Third word, 모래성. 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 And finally the fourth word and the final word is 작별. 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 I hope that helps you out. Go stream the song. It's a great song. If you haven't listened to it yet, go listen to it. And I will see you guys again for another one of these Learn Korean with BTS videos.